It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. This is episode 296. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Herzog.
Hello.
We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 7, episode 8.
Wow.
We're doing another late night recording, Sunday, October 20th, 2024 at 10:21 p.m. We begin the journey.
These are our best recordings, I think.
I think they're our best recordings too. Before we jump into the pool with all of this amazing stuff that's happening right now, I do want to just touch a little bit on what's going on Patreon right now. And it's a lot, and you're going to want to join.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to know if I want to join.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you this. If you want to hear this podcast the day we record, which is usually moments after the episode airs,
90 Day, we record pretty quickly.
We try to. Listen, when we have the time, we do it. So,
yeah, sometimes we can't.
You just have to join Patreon, patreon.com/trash talk podcast. If you join at the elite levels, you will get the podcast as soon as it drops.
As soon as. You couldn't get it a week early. You couldn't get it more than a week early because then the show wouldn't have aired. So,
right. Up to a week early.
Yeah.
Almost a week and then less sometimes. But then sometimes
you couldn't get it 2 weeks early because the show wasn't even on yet.
Right. It wasn't on yet. But we could predict things in the episodes if you want.
I mean, I could psychic these shows.
Oh God. But we do that. Also the other way is on Patreon only right now. We have a ton of things that we have back catalogs for. We have the entire series of Unexpected, which is one of our favorite shows on TLC that I heard is coming back.
I heard it's coming back. I heard Jennifer, all the shit she talked about the show is coming back on it too. But they're casting girls. But the thing is, they aren't starting filming until like June of next year.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be forever and ever and ever. We also have a great podcast called Macaroni Rascals. It's a Jersey Shore podcast.
Which is going to come back. Don't you worry, guys.
It's absolutely going to come back. We have So Pumped to Vanderpump Rules podcast. And we have my favorite podcast right now, which is Recycled with Noelle and Michael. And you guys covered Real Housewives of New Jersey season 2. You're covering Mob Wives, and you're covering cult classic movies in between your coverage of Mob Wives.
So now tomorrow, Michael and I are recording. We are recording the Lost Boys for our Halloween-y spooky season episode.
Wow, spooky.
I took so many fucking notes. This is going to be an epic episode.
Wow.
Like, you guys really need to listen. Wowzers.
Thank you. Guys, go over there. It's also our favorite podcast, BS, where we just kind of
we BS. We talk about a lot of things. Today we talked about flowers.
Yeah, you're really enticing the people to join, Noelle.
We talked about a lot of stuff today, but flowers was a big thing. The difference between Amazon flowers and expensive bulbs.
Nothing. There's nothing. That is the difference.
That's
nothing.
The consensus. Yeah, we talked about Pinnacock.
Great. All right. Enough, Noelle. You're really not selling this very well. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. You will hear all of our innermost thoughts. And, listen, this is a very sad night. This is a sad podcast because my feet do hurt. So let's move on.
If that makes this a sad podcast, then every podcast we record is a sad one.
I know. My feet hurt all the time. Okay. Well, here we go. Before the 90 Days, season 7, episode 8. We're starting off really, really strong with our favorite couple, Brian and Ingrid.
I mean, favorite?
See, here's the thing about Brian. He just makes me feel safe.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, he makes me feel safe. He makes me, he's patient. He's kind. He's loving. He's considerate.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like a good person deep down inside.
He gives off the best vibes.
Very good vibes.
He is.
He's very demure. He's very mindful. He's very cutesy.
He's cutesy. I can't wait till her mom meets him next week.
Right.
Because her mom hates him.
Yeah, of course her mom hates him.
But I hate him.
She kind of hates him, but she's looking for a father for her kid, and she's looking for some money.
What's crazy is not crazy.
Okay, first of all, you know that she's looking to get her roots done.
I mean, she should be looking to get her roots done. That's why she has on a freaking wig.
Okay, but she has a wig with roots on.
With roots. To match.
Why?
To match.
Why would she shave her head?
Isn't that crazy?
Noelle, what was that?
I told you she has roots in her confessional look. I mean, she has a wig on in her confessional look.
Why though?
I don't know. Right, because it's not even like a nice wig.
Did she get her roots done? I mean, she really could have planned this out a little bit better.
You would think. Also
You would
on
think.
Reddit, I mean, they hate this guy. They hate this guy.
Also in life, in my life,
Yeah.
in my brain,
No,
they
I
hate
hate
this
him
guy.
so much. I hate him so much.
They hate him so much in my brain too. All of them. They all
It's
do.
like, so you want to play victim because you can't have sex with this woman without a condom or have a oral sex with her, which she doesn't want to have. But that means it's all because
It's
you're in a
her
wheelchair.
It's because it's
It's
wheelchair.
like, what?
So it's the day after he stormed out, and she said that he felt uncomfortable that she said no. Let me ask you a question. Can you give me some reasons why a woman would say no in general? Just in general.
She's not attracted to the guy.
Here's the thing.
She doesn't feel comfortable. Right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
The thing. It doesn't matter what her reasons are.
It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that she said no. And I would be like, go get mad, go throw a tantrum in the car, go drive your car off a cliff. Goodbye forever.
Here's the thing. That's what we were talking about when we were texting. Here's the thing. It's like, sure, he isn't forcing her to do anything, but he is that type of guy that will guilt you into doing something.
Okay. So how about, oh, I'm really sorry. I'll stop. Was it making you feel uncomfortable?
No, he's never going to say that.
Right. And that's why he's a scumbag.
Yeah, he's a creep. He's a dirtbag scumbag creep.
And that is my problem. I understand feeling confused or whatever. You know what? Let her feel confused with her clothes on.
I know. It's like you're mad because you couldn't perform a sexual act on her. You're actually mad.
No. Angry.
Yeah. You're angry. Like, I would never, I mean, I wouldn't feel safe with him in general, but I would extra not feel safe with him.
Well, she's explaining, she's kind of describing what happened, and he's like flailing.
Yeah. So he's like flipping out.
Well, she said that she's not sure if she wants to speak to him again. And I got to tell you, I am sure she does.
Right. But that's the thing. It's like, but why?
Because this is it. This is a thing. She doesn't have the self-esteem to move on.
I have to tell you, I think she's so hot.
Yeah, she's really pretty. And it's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? But this, unfortunately, is if you look at every good looking or medium, even good looking girl, they have been tortured by a dirtbag.
Okay. We met a girl. I'm not going to give any specifics because I don't want to like out anyone. We met a girl at a party who was beautiful, ridiculously beautiful. It was like upsetting how beautiful she was.
No, it was like, how was I not born looking like this?
This is ridiculous. And then a little bit later in the evening, she confided in me that her ex-boyfriend was so mean and abusive to her. And I'm like, what do you mean? To you?
Right.
And she said that she was just still so hurt by him.
How do we how have we all let these low to medium looking men who look like they negotiated their place on planet Earth do this to us?
I do not know.
I
do not know.
Men should be kissing our ass. No offense. Any man listening out there, sorry to tell you.
Don't worry, there's not that many.
Kissing. Right. You should be kissing a woman's ass. You are lucky to be around a woman. Flirt with her all the time. Be with her all the time. Love her all the time. Be nice to her.
Yeah. Also, when she says no, get away from her.
I mean, the thing is, number one, respect her.
Respect. It's called respect. Well, he's getting a haircut, and he said that she used it as an excuse because of his disability. So what he does is he calls his sister Reese, who is in a same-sex couple,
not straight, right?
Yes. And I think this is a perfect person to talk to him.
She's the best.
She's great. So he tells his sister, and he goes, "Yeah, there were stop signs, there were sirens." Okay, so you are trying to be dramatic, right? And I understand that. But you said there's stop signs and there's sirens, and yet you still didn't get the point, huh?
Isn't that crazy?
That is insane. So his sister disagrees with him hard.
She's like, yo, you can't be a caveman.
Yeah. He's like, she goes, stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Well, he explains it. She explains it to him, and he's like, oh my God, yes, you're absolutely right.
He's so full of shit.
And then he hangs up the phone and basically looks into the camera and goes, But I don't care. I'm still gonna think what I want to think.
Right.
Okay, so it's been 2 days since he stormed out,
Right.
and he said that he felt rejected, and he still thinks it's because of his disability.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like you're just gonna BS her right now.
Well, he says, can't keep chasing her. She's not willing to be intimate with me.
You guys hung out twice?
Okay, also,
Uh-huh.
you can't keep chasing her
Uh-huh.
if she's not willing to be intimate with you. First of all, sir, she asked you if you had a condom.
I thought you had a bunch of catheter condoms in your pocket.
Right, but she asked you.
Right.
So stop with this. Like,
If she asked you
woe
for a
is
condom,
me.
obviously she wanted to fool around with you.
Stop.
Right.
Okay.
Also, women, you don't owe men anything. You don't owe a man
You don't
any
have to do
sexual act.
anything with anyone.
You don't
at
ever
any
have to
time.
have sex
Guess
ever again
what?
if you don't
You don't
want
have to hug a man.
But that's what I mean. If you don't, you can have like a man, you can be married, you can have a boyfriend. You don't ever have to have sex again.
You don't have to touch them.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
That's
Thank
the
you.
crazy part.
Thank you.
And he doesn't have to be in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Yeah.
very specifically, Brian has to be in a wheelchair.
Well, yeah. He actually really has to be.
He actually has to be. I know what you meant though.
Yeah.
So she meets up with him and he takes the blame. He's like, this is totally my fault. He's like, but wait, so you're not taking the blame.
Right.
So then he asked her why. She said no. And she's like, it was too much. He said that it was a gift. And she's like, okay, no, thank you.
It was a gift I didn't want. I didn't ask for it and I didn't want it.
Right.
She also says that she's been standoffish with him. She's been like off with him.
Guess what? Then take it as a sign.
But also, you have done nothing but like make her jump through hoops, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So she said that he used to respect her.
Right.
Okay. And then he fake cries.
Okay, so that's the thing. These crocodile ass tears. That's why I text you. I'm like, wait till you see this guy's tears.
Oh, yeah, no.
Bullshit.
I'm seeing them.
Bullshit.
Also, do you think he's crying because they showed him the confessional where she was wearing the wig with roots?
I mean, I would be crying.
So now everything's fine.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like, oh, they made up fast.
But he didn't really say anything. They just made up all of a sudden. They were
yeah,
laughing,
they just made up.
laughing.
Maybe they cut something out.
Well, he said that they need to communicate better. No. Let me tell you something.
I think she communicated.
She communicated so clearly that you said, quote, there were stop signs and sirens.
Right.
That is clear communications. You know, when I'm driving on the road, right, in my car, and there is a stop sign in front of me, and then also sirens. That is so clear.
Right. It's clear to stop.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, moving on.
Matilda and Niles. So basically, Tracey and her relationship.
Okay, but here's the thing about Niles, right? Niles is like, I'm autistic. Do I believe him? Absolutely 100% I believe him. The reasons why he does things are not because he's autistic.
No, it's because he's a man.
That is a separate disability.
Yeah. Yes. Being a man is another disability.
That's a totally other disability. And he's blaming the wrong one constantly.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the things that you're doing, really, I don't think have anything to do with your autism. Waiting to tell your woman you're not getting married.
His autism is doing fine.
He's doing great.
He's doing great.
I mean, they're doing hotel push-ups.
Hotel push-ups. He's going out. He's really adapting quite well.
He is. And not for nothing, she like fully loves him all the way.
Okay, she reminds me of who was the girl you're gonna in Tiny Toons?
Elmira.
She reminds me of Elmira, who just like is gonna squeeze her cat too.
But that's what I mean. It's like she can't stop kissing this guy.
She can't stop.
Like Brian and her would thrive.
I don't know, man. I think she'd be like, no, thank you.
Get away from me.
That's a gift I did not ask for. So they're doing push-ups. She wants to get in shape. She wants to get a flat stomach for the wedding. So he's taking her to this presidential memorial to propose. And he says,
very interesting place.
Okay, but it's actually pretty nice when they go.
No, it is. But it's like when he first said it, I'm like,
I
that's
know.
where you propose?
Well, he says, quote, due to my autism, I don't know how to be tactful. Nope.
No, due to your
No.
manhood.
Can I tell you something? You know how I know that's not true?
How?
Because you are self-aware enough to say, I don't know how to be tactful.
Right.
Okay.
Now, what man is tactful?
Right. So he wants to tell her that there's going to be no wedding. So they go to this beautiful monument and he gives her his 20 maxims.
Okay, I didn't know what this was. When he said that, I'm like, was he sending her magazines?
I know. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening, but apparently they're rules because he wanted to share knowledge again.
Right.
What do you think? Which disability do you think made him do this? Do you think this was his chromosomal?
I would say his chromosomal. I would say his toxic masculinity.
That really just seeps through his pores.
It's like,
And
I'm going to tell you the rules.
It is not blocked by any kind of autism.
Definitely not.
It is flowing. So he proposes to her. She is wild with the kisses.
She's like, but she's over the moon excited about it.
Yeah, because she thinks she's going to get married in 2 weeks.
I mean, they are touching tongues. Like, she is tasting his dinner. It is wild.
Well, now they're at the night market. They're going to the club, and he brings his book bag and his earplugs, and he has noise cancellation headphones on while she's talking to him.
Yeah.
Autism or a man?
Right, man, because you know who else does this? My husband.
Yeah, because he's married to a woman.
Yes.
That he doesn't want to hear
noise
talk.
canceling headphones. He wears them all the time in bed. I'm like, I bet you're not even listening to anything.
Yeah. He's like, what? Huh?
I can't hear my autism.
How do you hear me? Right. She says that she will take any drink. I love this about her.
I know. I love that. She's like, you know me, I'll take any drink. It's like giving someone that freedom.
I know.
Like, so you could have gin, whiskey, tequila, vodka,
all mixed together. So they're getting married in 2 weeks, but are they? And he orders an adios, mother lover. He's like, you thought I was going to say that?
I know. He's
like,
cute.
Niles,
they're cute together.
You're a grown man. What would have happened if you said the F word?
He doesn't think he can. His tact hurts.
See, that's his autism.
Right.
So he said that he cannot get married on this trip. He needs more time. And then he says, quote, maybe I wasn't clear. Autism or man?
Man.
I think go.
I mean, that's full ass man right there.
So now she's like, hello?
Right.
I planned a whole wedding. Now I have to cancel the wedding and tell everyone. What am I going to tell them? I agree with her.
Basically like, maybe I wasn't clear. Maybe you misunderstood me. This man would be eating a knuckle sandwich for dinner. That's crazy.
Niles, I understood everything. You know what? You had enough time to write out 20 rules and send them to me before you got here.
What I've learned.
So please stop.
What I have learned on this show: wheelchair, autism, unibrow. A man is a man is a man.
A man is a man is a man.
Right?
They're just all the same.
They just are. Really. Yeah. It's so crazy. And I say this as a happily married woman to a man.
I know. Brian's like, it's because I'm in a wheelchair. Niles is like, it's because I'm autistic. Sunny's like, it's my unibrow.
Penis. That's why.
It's very,
It's because of my unibrow. This guy has to do something about this unibrow. Between her wig and his unibrow.
Well, they wake up together, tangled.
They are entangled. It's so gross to me because it's like, you guys are dirty from your sleep. Nobody has showered. Nobody has brushed their teeth.
Well, don't worry. There was no foreplay, just one play.
What does that mean exactly?
I don't know, but it made me LOL.
No, I know, but I'm like, does that mean you gave him a
nothing? It means she gave him a nothing.
Okay, a one play means a one thing happened.
I think they kissed.
I think there's more of a one.
I don't think there's more of a one. I think it's a very easy one.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You let him see your everything in the shower, so I just feel like,
well, sometimes people could let everyone see everything in the shower and they just don't do anything.
That's true, but I was thinking that a one play was some kind of play.
Well, the one play that he did get is that he got to feel her stubble on her legs and he called them chicken legs. When did you shave your legs?
Can you believe that though? Like you were stabbing him.
No,
yeah.
you were stabbing
She's
him.
a freaking prickly pear. Also,
Yeah.
Think of a piece of marble, right?
Yeah.
The lines in it.
Yeah.
She has a marble fang tooth. She fully
Well, maybe it cracked
has
and she filled it in.
she has a marble line in her incisor.
Maybe it's preserved.
What is it, pickled?
Yeah.
She has a quartz incisor. It is the craziest shit. I feel like you. I'm staring at her mouth. I'm like, she has.
Okay, but does she have a nose job?
I don't know.
Because her nose is weird, but it's also like perfectly weird.
Yeah, I know. There's something I can't. This is my autism. I can't figure out what's off with her face.
There's
Something's
something
off.
very off
I
with her
know.
face.
And it's like, I know that she has a low hairline, but there's more to this.
Well, speaking of her face, she FaceTimes with Rory.
Okay. It's like you're asking to get caught in your pencil skirt that you're going to go around in?
Very business casual. This is very Eastern European of her.
Yeah, with sneakers on the bottom and your dad's button down on top.
Well, they're going to be going on a gondola.
Wow.
He saw her phone shortly after. Something about Rory, something that she was.
He saw a picture of them traveling together. I mean, why would you take that picture?
Well, he flips out and she makes it like it's his fault.
Yeah, it's not. The problem is she wouldn't say I'm sorry one time.
He tells her to
she's
leave.
Taking no accountability.
He tells her to go F herself.
I know. And I wrote down, I'm like, he's so mad that he's saying mean things, but he is really mad.
Right. Well, he said that they don't trust each other. He's very mad that she lied because she's like, what? I can't be friends with him. He's like, sure.
Right.
Maybe.
But like, and he just feels like if you're capable of this, like you're capable of worse.
But just remember what her friends said. They always fight and they're always bickering like this.
And it's funny because I actually forgot that.
So he goes back to the room with her. He leaves and he says he feels numb and heartbroken.
I feel bad for him because I feel like this is rough.
This is going to hurt. But you know what else is going to hurt?
What?
When he gets his eyebrows threaded. Oof.
I'm dying for it.
That is such a painful thing to get done.
Let me tell you something. When you and I were in the mall the other day, when we were walking around there, I watched a woman get her eyebrows threaded and she had tears streaming down her face. I have
never not had tears streaming down my face when I got my eyebrows threaded. And every single time the woman would go, oh, your first time? But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
I'd go to the same woman every time. For years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen to me, Kay. It's not my first time. I have a punch card.
I used to go free on Crossway Boulevard. Did they thread your mustache?
No.
I've never had I neither.
I don't play. I shave my mustache like a lady.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like Caroline Manzo.
They always ask me. And let me tell you something. That's how I know they're lying because I go there with a freshly shaven mustache.
So you don't have to.
And they always say lip too.
And I don't want my lip done.
What are you going to thread off my lip? I just shaved it before I got here.
I could cry blood thinking about threading.
I think that I do cry blood when they thread me. It's so that is maybe that's the numb and brokenhearted feeling he feels.
I mean, his is so long too. I used to go on Crossway Boulevard. It was like these Eastern European ladies.
Angela?
I mean, I don't even remember her name, but it was the same woman every single time. Same thing. I remember I would cry, physical tears. And I'm like, why am I doing
My
this?
body would cry. It's not me.
But it gave the best eyebrows.
It gives a very good eyebrow.
I know.
Well, let's talk about Vanya and Bojo.
She's like a sick catfish, right? Is it just me? Or is she like a real catfish?
Her pictures are the same-ish. They're not
I feel like I'm looking at her. Oh, no, nothing's like great, but her body's incredible. But like I'm looking like at her face area and I'm like, I feel like this is really filtered. Not that she's ugly.
No, she just needs to like take a shower. She needs to like not wear so much makeup.
Needs to take a shower.
She needs to like wear regular clothes.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna miss her flight. She has to run in the airport now, and she still hasn't heard from him. But she's running with this neck pillow around her neck. Do you think if you had free range of your head that you could have made it there?
Do you think if you didn't have on your stripper heels too?
I don't know, but she missed his flight. So now, in the meantime, back at the ranch,
Bozo.
He's playing basketball with his friends. He said that he played semi-pro, and he relies on his smack talking. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means you're not good at basketball.
That's the thing. I don't think you're good at basketball. And he's like, I'm not 6 foot tall. I'm not 6 foot tall, but I play 3-on-3 and 5-on-5. It's like,
Okay, you know what that's called?
what?
I'm not, listen, I don't want to out too much about myself, but
Yeah.
I've dated this man
Oh, I know.
and it's called a rec league.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like, oh, you're playing, for lack of a better word, for sport.
He's playing at
Like, yeah,
the YMCA. Stop.
yeah,
Stop.
right. Like you're playing, like,
Yeah.
you're playing on the conduit. Like
Yeah.
you're not playing like for money.
No. You're as professional of a basketball player as I am a professional singer when I do karaoke.
Right.
Yeah, he has to pay his league dues. Trust me.
How tall is this guy? He's small.
Probably like 5'9".
Is he? You think he's that? I feel like he's like 5'7".
Maybe. I mean, he's only
pretty
2
small.
inches.
I do think he's hot. No.
No, I
Yeah,
think he's
he's
perfect for her.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think he's another catfish.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's a catfish. I think these two are lovely together.
Yeah, I think they're on the same level.
Okay. He makes me laugh a little bit, but he is trying too hard to be funny. But he
Yeah,
says
he
that
is.
he's a stray dog and people on the street pet him and give him
They
cookies.
give him cookies. That's me.
That is you.
You're like, I take Noelle for a ride in the car. I get her a cup.
I know. Tara's leaving tomorrow for LA and she goes, "You never took me for a ride in the car."
Oh, we'll take
I
you
go,
for a ride when
you get back. I was like,
Yeah.
"We'll bundle you up and we'll take you for a ride. Don't worry."
Yeah, we'll swaddle her.
So he's walking in the street and there's a woman walking next to him in her silk robe.
Uh-huh.
You saw that, right?
Seems like a very interesting place. Oh no, I saw.
Oh my God.
What
Your
happened?
sound just spiked in my ear. I don't know if it happened to anyone else. Please let me know if I just had a little bit of a stroke or if
Maybe.
that was...
I don't think so. I don't think you had a stroke. I mean,
Wow.
I'm sure.
That
Here's
was
the thing.
wild.
I hope nobody's driving when you were listening to this.
Oh my God. I hope I was. I'm sitting and I'm oh my God, that went like into my knees.
I know, I saw. It looked like you had a problem for a minute.
It's okay. So he talks about his ex and how much he loved her. And then he talked about when he met Vanya, he goes, quote, "Her photos are so versatile."
What does that mean?
Yeah, he's like,
He was with his ex for 6 years.
I mean, with his ex. Who is this, a real person?
I don't know. He was like, I never took her on any trips.
Yeah,
It's
this is what I'm saying. Like, did you know her?
Yeah,
Also,
right.
he says about Vanya, the reason he likes her is because she's so basically easy.
Yeah.
Even when we froze our connection, when he was trying to get back with his ex-girlfriend.
Could you imagine getting ghosted and a guy tells you, I just froze us for a minute?
Yeah, just like BRB. I wanted to
Yeah.
see if she would take the bait. Turns out she didn't. Anyway, what are you doing?
That's how it goes, though.
Literally.
They put you on hold.
Well, he lives with his mom and he loves hearing the gossip about all the neighborhood people.
Okay, me too, though.
Yeah,
That
I
would
get
be
it.
the best part. Yeah, but also, like, guys, stop
Okay.
with the praying.
His mom and his aunt, I love them.
I mean, all they do is pray.
I love them.
Because they pray when they walk the
Yeah,
dog.
of course they pray. Look at who they have living with them.
I know. It's
I would
please
be,
get
let
him
me tell
out.
you, the religion would get amped up if that man lived with me.
Please, Jesus, get him out of the house.
I'd be like, Jesus, Allah, whoever's listening, whoever's out there. I don't even know for sure who's out there. Whoever's listening, St. Jude, the lady, St. Jude, the guy.
Right, Tracey thought St. Jude was a lady.
I didn't know. I
No,
didn't
it's
ask.
okay. It's
We're
okay.
gonna be St. Jude for Halloween. I gave you a link to our outfits.
Yeah.
on
Oh, I
Etsy.
saw. I
know
saw.
you didn't comment though.
No, I know. I was deep in notes.
It's fine. He said that he's a rusty old Cadillac. Yes, that's called being
Yeah.
self-aware. Okay, his mom and aunt are praying that he finds a wife and leaves. Not even like they're not even like, I just want the best for my son. They're like, leave, go home, get
don't
out
live
of
with
here.
us.
Right. They pray that he gets a job. I mean, this isn't
Tracey.
like, oh, because we love him so much. This isn't,
Yeah.
I pray for my son because I just love him. No. They're like, get out. Should
My
we
son is
pray?
a loser. My son is a bum.
Yeah.
My son is a loser. Yeah.
He's such a loser. So he has a canvas painting. They're so impressed by this.
No, I know. What you because like this guy has nothing going on.
I know. So they're like cleaning his room. They don't even know a girl's gonna come over. He hasn't told them about Vanya. He
And
said
she's
'cause-
coming tomorrow.
Well, I get it though, because this is his mother's gonna change the locks on the door.
Well, so that's the thing. It's kind of like my mother's gonna plan the wedding for tomorrow.
my mother is going
Mhm.
to make sure. My
Yeah.
mother's gonna pay this woman to take me. he goes to mass with his mother.
Right.
And then he said that he wants to go to the market for some fruit.
They go Clementine shopping.
Okay. So his mom is worried because he isn't married. Quote, I think he needs some psychology.
Okay, that was really funny.
I don't think she was trying to be funny though.
No, she wasn't. That's why it was funny. It was like there's something wrong with him. So I'm
Okay.
praying to Jesus about it.
He tells his mother that he met a woman. He said that he met a girl. She keeps correcting him on
Uh-huh.
woman. He's like,
And
I
she
met a
starts
girl. She's
crying
like,
now.
a woman. She starts crying. She starts blessing God. Thank God. Thank God. Vanya needs to help him.
Does Vanya know you don't have a job?
And he's like, no. He goes, I told her that I play basketball. She's like, you play in a rec league.
But that right, you play at the Y. She won't care that he doesn't work, I think.
She won't care.
She won't
They're
care.
perfect
Yeah,
together.
I
She's
don't
like,
think
don't worry,
she'll
I'll
care.
just belly dance a little bit more. She's like, I have 25 jobs. You could have one of mine.
That's true. That's right. She has
Yeah.
a million jobs.
She's like, you want a reception?
There's
How good are you at receiving?
right. You want a permanent jewelry? How good are you
Anything.
at clasping?
Are you good at soldering? Let me teach you something. You want to weld a little bit?
You want to cauterize Tracy's ear?
You could be her doctor.
Oh God.
All right. Moving on to Faith and Lauren.
I mean, the stars of the show, really.
Okay, so they're going to the island that our family lives on, and they're just friends, but he still wants to propose.
When he talks about his penis,
Oh, don't worry,
I get
I quoted
upset.
it.
Okay, good. Me too.
He said, "quote I don't think gonorrhea gonna." Also, he does not speak English anymore.
No, he doesn't. He literally
He has
doesn't.
lost all of his language skills.
He has been overseas for a week.
Faith
and
is
he
like,
is not
we
from
have to
America
just
anymore.
be friends because I have to teach you English all
Yeah,
over again.
because I can't understand you.
He goes, I don't think gonorrhea gonna spread on the beach. And then he says, I take the pills. It no leaking no more sludge.
Sludge. That's the word that got
Okay.
me.
Can I tell you? Listen,
Uh-huh.
it's extremely disgusting, but it is
Uh-huh.
funny when it's in broken English.
Oh no, I know, but I'm like thinking
She's
to
like,
myself,
why are you talking like that? Okay, so I very specifically paid attention to everything
Googled
that
it.
Faith said.
Oh.
No, I definitely did not Google it.
Okay,
Relax.
good. Okay, no, because you like looking at scary things.
I do like not that scary. Okay,
That's really scary.
that's really scary. Faith is
You
not
looked
speaking.
at a dead pigeon the other day.
Really close.
That was our landmark of where the car was at ShopRite.
I looked
Like,
really
you
close.
fucking. If you had a magnifying glass, it would have been on.
I just wanted to see where its lungs were.
I'm like, we're walking past it. I'm like, you're staring at it right now. They're like, I am.
I like seeing how things. Here's the thing: how am I going to be a better doctor?
A better pigeon doctor, right? A
How am
better
I gonna be
vet.
a better vet if I don't know where everything is? That's how we
Where's the
learn.
lung?
That's how we learn. That's why I'm a cow eye doctor now. Because I dissected a cow eyeball in school, and now I am a cow ophthalmologist
That's pretty wild.
and optometrist if it needs glasses.
Both. She did. And guys, when we got out of the store, we found the dead pigeon to find where the car was.
You're like, oh, right. There's the car. Oh man, my mom is not happy about this. I don't know what part of this podcast she's less impressed with.
A lot of the sludge.
I think she'd take the sludge before she'd take a dead pigeon.
Yeah, that's true.
So Faith feels better in the friend zone. Yeah, I wonder why. You're out of the way of the sludge.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's number one. But also, it's like, oh, you know what? He's chasing you now. You don't have to impress him. You don't have to do anything.
Okay, so now we find out that he's a bottom. And then he says to explain what that means, he says, quote, my penis, I don't use it. Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me. Wait.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you listened to what you just said before about the sludge.
Right. Because you must have used it.
I think you did.
Here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
I like that Faith is like, okay, so I'm a bottom.
Right. So now what? But
And
also,
he's a
you
bottom.
never had a discussion.
Right. And she's basically like, so we'll both be like waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing's going to happen. Like, okay, sis, I'm ready. And nothing happens. Because they're both bottoms. That's so funny.
I can't take it.
But he's like, oh, I'm okay. He's like, I'm used to being with a trans woman taking hormones.
Okay. Apparently he does. So, okay, first of all, they had one room. She gets another room. Who pays? I'm assuming she's getting some crazy discount from her hotel.
This is what she does for a living.
But that's what I'm saying.
She's a
Also,
hotelier.
he's making his bed or her bed?
Okay,
I think it's her bed.
I think it's her bed. Yeah.
Right. All right. So then he starts to talk to her about her beard. And she's like, yeah, I don't take hormones. They're too expensive. One day I want to. And he wants her to turn her penis into a female penis.
What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
It's very easy. You just take hormones and then it turns into what happens.
But that's what I want to know. What happens? Somebody call Josh Sheeter right now. Josh Sheeter. Ask him.
Okay.
What happens?
Do you think it starts like being really, really naggy?
Do you think it starts turning down oral sex? Like, you know what I mean? What happens?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you switch it over?
Is it suddenly clean?
Do you think it
pretty?
Starts making less money on the dollar?
I don't know. I need to know what it means. A lady penis. Like, what happens?
I don't know. It's nothing good though. Anyway, so a house in this area is like $2,000, and he's like, yeah, I want to live here. And she's like, really? And he's like, what about? She goes, what about here or here? And he goes, yeah, I don't really care. The thing is, he doesn't live anywhere, so he'll live wherever.
Guy, you came to Manila with $40 and you're acting like you're gonna buy her and her family a house.
He told her that he's like, yeah, I can get $2,000. From where?
From where?
So they go on a boat and they're doing the Titanic.
He's also working at TJ Maxx in America. I want you to know. I saw the posting online earlier.
Well, that's good. At least he's got a job.
No, I know, but it's like all his money is going to his kids in the cake mix now. Remember that video I posted?
So he wants to kiss her, and she goes, she's like, oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And then he says, quote, but I know that Lauren has no money. Okay, yeah, you're right.
You're absolutely right about this. Yes.
Okay, we're going to end this a little bit almost abruptly with Tiger Lily and Adnan.
Well, so here's the thing. I have never seen, even for her wedding, her hair wasn't this curly.
It was crazy.
What happened?
It's like they left it in the dryer or something. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Well, she has to leave. She hasn't seen her kids in a week. But as far as her and Adnan, quote, we've gotten closer. You got married.
You got married. I would hope you got closer.
First of all, you met for the first time and you got married.
And everyone is crying. He's crying. You're crying. You guys are disconnected that you're crying like this? You're lying. You
spent 1 week with him.
Right. You're crying like this?
Let me tell you something. I spent years of my life with men that I didn't cry over like this.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
less better looking men too.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, who could say?
Right. Well, who could? But it's like, yeah, I don't understand really the point of this Adnan and Tiger Lily. Very silly. It's just her hair was curled to high heaven, and her lashes, the top lash to bottom lash ratio.
It's wild.
Really threw me off. And I'm like, this is what Tracey was talking about.
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll see some more of them on next week. And if we don't, we don't. You know what I mean? Like, don't even, if you're listening in 90 Day and you're gonna edit, like, don't even worry about me. Maybe just make it like 25 minutes.
And we'll see more like Chitty next week.
Yeah, I want to see what happened with that. Also, I would like to make a public service announcement.
Ooh, okay.
I think that anyone that watches this show for fun is insane.
Yeah, me too.
So I cannot relate to any of our fans anymore, but I do watch Love After Lockup for fun. And I'm like, oh, I guess that's what that's like.
What the hell season is that on?
1 billion.
Yeah.
It's season 1 billion. No one ever gets better. No one ever gets any more money. And
is there still like 30 episodes a season too? That's crazy.
And it's all like brand new people. Like they change it every season. Everyone is just upset.
That sounds great.
I know, but that's the thing.
On our 90-day Instagram, we get a lot of also in the feed, like of Love After Lockup, and I'm like, who are these people?
It's so crazy. Every season's like brand new. Well, guys, make sure you follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Chuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Follow the show 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok and YouTube. Follow me, just like everywhere. And then also go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates. I have a huge show coming up.
Huge. And I'm going to be there.
Noelle is doing the door because
I am doing the door because that's
big.
how I roll.
I had to hire her to do the door because there's so many people that are going to be showing up to the show.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
This is for the New York Comedy Festival. It's called Tracey Carnazzo and Friends. This is a stand-up comedy show that I am taking a lot of pride in. We're going to hang out all together afterwards. TraceyCarnazzo.com for the tickets. I have a whole bunch more stuff coming up. I'm opening up for this week I'm opening up for Vinny from the Jersey Shore, and then also I'm opening up for Chris Roach's special taping as well in a few weeks. So that's going to be really fun.
Gonna be the
that's
best.
in New York City too. But TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my stand-up comedy tour dates, and we'll see you soon or something.
No, we're definitely gonna see you soon.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.